Moscow late in the evening, Jerusalem buzzing with diplomatic whispers, and all of a sudden, the Russia's phone line lights up. Vladimir Putin is calling Benjamin Netanyahu, not the other way around. Yes, Putin himself picks up the phone call and reaches out. And what unfolds next is a geopolitical thriller unfolding in real time. Let's talk about the high stakes conversation here. Well, Russian and Israeli officials really confirmed it. Yes, the two leaders, they spoke at length, and the list of topics is enormous. Be it Gaza, the fragile ceasefire, the detained swap, Iran's nuclear program, the chaos in Syria. Now here is the list, ladies and gentlemen. Everything that defines the Middle East today was on the table. Well, Moscow's version said that they had a deep and serious exchange of views. You want translation? Well, this wasn't a small talk, but here is the real twist here. This phone call, it didn't really happen in vacuum. It happened right when the US is pushing Trump's massive 20-point Gaza plan at the United Nations. Washington is pressing the Security Council, the world is reacting, and the Middle East is holding its breath. In the meantime, Trump's plan isn't small. It demands an immediate Gaza ceasefire, withdrawal of Israeli forces, hostage release, and in fact, a technocratic administration for Gaza, international oversight, demilitarization, reconstruction, everything there is. Bold, controversial, and it is dominating the global diplomacy right now. Now you might be wondering, what does Putin do here, right? He calls Netanyahu personally right in the middle of this storm. That timing is not accidental, ladies and gentlemen. Is Putin really trying to reclaim the driver's seat here? Now, do you remember? Russia wants a say in Gaza. Russia wants influence over Iran's nuclear future. Russia wants a voice in Syria. And Netanyahu, well, he is juggling the US pressure, Gaza chaos, Iran tension, and a divided public opinion about Israel. So, when Putin calls and chooses the topic, it signals just one thing. Moscow wants back into the center of the Middle East power politics, and Israel is forced to listen now. Now, on the other hand, Israeli side reveals something much bigger. Israel's description of the call is very short actually, but it indicates one critical line. Putin initiated the call. That alone says a lot. Heads of state don't call each other casually, not when wars, nuclear program, and ceasefires are in play. This is deliberate, calculated, timed perfectly. But why now? Why this moment? Let me tell you here. This moment because the world just watched something unusual. Basically, a US-led Gaza plan gaining global support here. At a summit in Sharm el-Sheikh, at the UN discussions among the regional power, Israel backed it. Most of the Arab states accepted major parts. The US is pushing it very aggressively. But here, Hamas is still resisting the key terms. And Iran, well, they are watching everything very carefully. This is where Putin and Netanyahu's talk, it becomes very important. Well, the subtext nobody is saying loud is this. Russia wants influence over Iran's nuclear future. Israel wants Russia to restrain Iranian proxy in Syria. Russia wants to show that it can shape the Gaza ceasefire. Israel wants Moscow to keep the channel open with Hamas. It's a chaos. And all of this is happening while the US is trying to lock the entire region into Trump's plan. This is power politics, this is influence, this is timing, and this is the Middle East chessboard in motion. One phone call, and that is the big effect on the world. Now, where does this leave the world? Well, Gaza's future is being negotiated in back-to-back phone calls. Iran's nuclear program is all of a sudden back in the spotlight. Trump's plan is gaining traction, but not everybody is very comfortable with it. Russia is re-entering the conversation with force. Israel is trying to negotiate between Washington and Moscow. And the biggest question is this: did Putin call to support Trump's plan, or is it just to sabotage it? Nobody knows it yet. But the timing suggests this: Russia refuses to be a spectator right now. Moscow wants its seat at the table. And Putin just reminded the entire world of that directly to Netanyahu.